right, fans, back with us again today. He's an E's and B's veteran and the #1 contender for the Rocky Mountain Pro Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Wildcat, Baylum Lynx.
I love it.
Going, my man.
It's going pretty good, brother. How about you, man?
Awesome. Thanks again for joining us here on the E's and B's. We're so happy to have you back and talk about what we do have to talk about here today, and that is what's coming up here in just 1 week's time. That's Shocktober and your big matchup. What do you think about that, my man?
Oh, man, I got so many emotions going through my body. So ever since I won the Colorado for this opportunity, it's been a roller coaster of emotions. I get excited, then I get nervous, and I get excited again, then I get nervous again. It's just it's an amazing feeling, and I'm super psyched.
Yes, I could definitely agree with you. For all those listeners out there, if you do not know, Baylum has been on the show here before. Shoot, almost close to about a year ago, up to date right now. And
yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, definitely. And I knew this day was coming from the time that we spoke. Your in-ring performance back then was excellent. But as we all know, when you make a practice, things get perfect. And you, my friend, have grown in big strides. I've been keeping up with you, obviously, inside the Rocky Mountain Pro scene and outside of that scene. But I want to know, and I want you to tell my fans and listeners out there, how it's been for you this last year getting up to this point.
Oh man, it's been crazy, dude. I mean, you said that you knew that there's an opportunity like this was gonna come along my way, and I didn't. I honestly never thought I'd be in this position. But it just goes to show how much hard work really does pay off in the long run. You got to be patient, and you got to always just trust the process of what you're doing, and trust in yourself. It's a year. It's crazy. I was on a losing streak for a long time. I think around the time we first talked, and was kind of trying to piece everything together. And I think I hope I've gotten everything pieced together to kind of pull off this win. I really hope so.
Well, I believe in you. Us here at E's and B's definitely believe in you. And I definitely am not going to label it an upset, Baylum. What I'm going to label it as is hard work paying off, just like you said. We already kind of touched on it, but, did you picture it going this way already within a year? Or, was this goal maybe a little bit more farther out?
I honestly thought it was a lot farther out than most people they tend to think. I don't know. I guess I'm just I'm my own worst critic. Everybody that's what they always say, that little cliche, and I guess it's true. I don't know. But I didn't really have a long-term goal, I guess you would say. I'm more of a in the moment type person, so I was just focused on each individual day, trying to complete my goals and obtain my level that I want to hit in that day. Just kind of have the blinders on, stay super focused. So I never really envisioned this. So now that it's kind of coming into fruition, and I was just really I don't know. I'm as shocked as everybody else, I guess, if people are shocked about it.
Well, I don't think they should. If they're a fan like me, like I said, they've definitely seen this day coming for, just what you've been putting in. Also, let's give a lot of credit to Yaden. What he's got going on over there. In my opinion, the best wrestling on Twitch, the best wrestling in Colorado. Things have only grown. And I think you, along with a few others, maybe definitely absorbed a lot of things that he's brought in. Let's face it. He's brought in Mike Bennett. He's brought in D'Lo Brown, Bob, all these people he's brought into these camps. And I think for you, mostly, you've soaking up most of that information that you could. And I think it's helped along the way. And it's definitely, in my eyes, put you right where you're at going into Shocktober's in 1 week.
Definitely, without a doubt, man. Especially when he brought in Bob Evans too. Bob Evans and D'Lo were here on the same weekend, and that weekend was actually life-changing for me. I learned so much from both of them, and especially getting in the ring with Bob Evans. That match was still by far the greatest match I have ever had, and I mean, to me, I ever will. That was something that was that was truly special, that match, and it was that I came out a very different person with a whole new perspective on life and on things in and out of the ring, and yeah, that definitely was the start of my ascension, I guess, in a way.
Sure, definitely. All right. Well, kind of bouncing on that tough topic there, what would you say so far has been the most toughest thing on you getting to this point?
Getting myself ready for this fight has definitely been the toughest thing, and I would definitely say more of getting myself in the right physical. It's just getting my body right for this. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've always looked at myself. I'm not a heavyweight. This is for the Rocky Mountain Pro Heavyweight Championship, and so I needed to do as much as I can to get myself physically ready for this. And I have been it's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears getting ready for these past couple of months of this diet and this the strict regimen of of the weights and stuff. It's it's been really hard, and it's been challenging how much discipline I do have.
Definitely understand that. And I think, like, if you guys follow Baylum out there, you can definitely see the changes he has made in 1 year. I know I have. I think that, this time is just right. The timing's right. The things are right. Don't get me wrong. Dustin Urich is an E's and B's veteran right here on the podcast, but, sometimes your number's called. And I think just the way things are lining up right now, I'm not going to predict nothing, and I'm not going to call favorites. I just think things are going your way, buddy. That's about all I can say about that. Let me ask you this, bud. If you could change one thing up to this point right now, what would it be?
Damn, that's a tough one right there. That's a definite tough one. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I just need. This is where I come along with the whole your own worst enemy, your harshest critic. I wish I just had a little bit more time to get myself physically and mentally ready for this. But there's no time like the present, and you're saying that things are kind of aligning. Everything happens for a reason, a purpose, and I just got to trust in that, and I got to just trust in myself and my own abilities. But I do wish I had just a tiny bit more time. But our character comes out when we are under pressure.
Sure.
And I do believe in myself to be fine, to be a good person, and I'm able to pull the trigger under pressure. And
Definitely,
I really hope that this is that time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, good soldiers, when they're called to battle, they usually rise, the good ones anyways. And I think that's, that stepping stone just seems to be right there for you. Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's change it out of the wrestling world for 1 second here, Baylum. Let me ask you this. Other than a wrestler, if you could be anything in the world, what would you be and why?
Ooh, that's a tough one too. And you come out actually with the really good questions. Oh man. Honestly, okay, we're about to get like pretty real for a second.
Go for it. Let's do it.
I would actually be an addiction counselor. Says life wasn't really kind to me before I found wrestling, and I got into a lot of trouble. A lot of it was my own doing, but seeing like a therapist, a counselor, coach, kind of put into one, definitely was life changing for me. Definitely did help me out, and it helped me get my feet on the ground. Yeah, and going through all that process, I learned a lot, and I know a lot of knowledge for how young I am, about how things can go and how bad they can get as well too. So if I can try to help someone the way that I was helped and just pay it forward, I think that would be very fulfilling.
Man, there's no shame in that, and we praise you for that, because that's what we're all about right here on the E's and B's. If we can help you, if I can give you the shirt off my back, I will. That's what I'm all about. And that, man, I've got goosebumps, Baylum. That's so awesome. You couldn't give a better answer, in my opinion. Especially, not everybody knows everybody's past, but if you could help somebody, that's awesome. Awesome. All right, one more outside of the wrestling world, and then we'll get back in. We're almost done. We'll wrap it up, get you on your way. But I got to know this. What is one thing as a kid, or maybe as an adult right now, that you will absolutely not eat for breakfast?
That's tough, man. Dude, honestly, man, like right now as an adult, I don't even like. I don't want eggs. I'm over eggs.
Oh
Especially
man, okay.
with this diet that I have and everything. I have to be so disciplined. And food is fuel, right? So you have to just eat it and just shut up. I am so over eggs. It is unbelievable.
Awesome. Okay, that's understandable. You know, as someone training, working out a lot, definitely would understand eggs being off the menu for good. Cool.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
man.
totally over it.
Before we wrap this thing up, I got a couple good questions here. I gotta know, what do you think, Baylum, next weekend at Shocktober is gonna be the difference between you and the champion, Dustin Urich?
My ability to adapt. I'm versatile. You know, I don't just stay on the ground. I get in the air, and I'm not just a flyer. I can stay on the ground too. I can do submissions. I can do technical wrestling. I can change things up when I need to when the occasion calls for it. It's part of the. It's the animal inside of me. It's the wildcat, and I'm able to just evolve into what I need to in order to come out on top. And I think that's going to be my big X factor with Dustin. If you look back on a lot of his opponents, he's had a good variety, but I think the ones that gave him the most trouble are the ones that are able to change things up in the middle of the match.
I can agree. And I gotta say this, in my personal opinion, coming from your stance, I think you give him a different challenge because you've grown the most out of everyone that he has fought in the last year. And I think your game is the most questionable to him at all. So that's going to be the biggest challenge, I think, for him. I got to ask this last one before we let you go there, Baylum. If and when you win the Rocky Mountain Pro Championship, what is going to be the first thing you do?
I'll probably just cry in the middle of the ring. That would be the first. No, I'm gonna celebrate by doing what I have honestly no idea, but it won't last too long because the work never stops. I have many more goals that I got to reach, and I have, like I said, I wish I had a little bit more time to do it, but I don't. So I got to get myself ready. So the grind it never stops, and it's gonna come right back after when I'm done winning that title.
All right. Well, Baylum, before we let you go, let all the fans and listeners out there know where they can find you, where they can follow you at.
For anybody that wants to follow me on social media, you can find me on Facebook at Baylum Lynx. That's a good part about, being me. Nobody has my name. So you'll definitely find me pretty easily. And then on Twitter and on Instagram, same handle at Baylum _. And I'm active on all three of those as much as I can. Talk to me. I'll talk to you guys back.
Awesome, my man. Well, dude, like I said, it's been an honor and a pleasure having you back on here at the E's and B's. And I cannot wait till next week at Shocktober to see the outcome, see that hard work that you've been building up to see what happens. And when and if it all goes down, we'll have you right back here to celebrate. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the #1 contender for the Rocky Mountain Pro Championship from Denver, Colorado. It's Baylum Lynx. Go get him, bro.
Yeah, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate everything. For everybody listening, this is the Wildcat, Baylum Lynx, and you're listening to the E's and B's podcast. And I'll see you all very soon.